Libra. So this is going to be a mid-month. It's a little bit late, but things typically happen at the right time, right? So that's when this is happening. I feel like you don't like that, but you kind of might like what I'm going to do next. And this is what I'm kind of intuitively doing, but I'm going to organize this deck. Either it needs to be clean, and that's one way to clean it, or I'm just touching my glass of water that I typically start with. This is Roy. We love Roy. Don't we love Roy? Isn't he the man? Because for some reason I feel like there could be a card missing. That's what I'm worried about. Okay, so let's organize this deck. And while I do, I'm going to talk. What am I going to talk about? I don't know. Whatever comes. So, what's the best way to organize something? I think the best way to organize something is to break it down into its simplest parts and then make sure everything is there. Does that apply? I flipped half of my other deck over, but nothing came out. Okay. I hope you feel like you're not wasting your time. And I hope you feel like some of this lands, because this is very intuitive. I felt like I should do this a few minutes ago. It was 11:22, which is very significant to me lately. Just trust my gut, and this is what we want to do. So we're going to break this down to its finer parts. And maybe when we do that, we'll see a big story. Is there a bigger story here, Libra? That over there. Cups. Wands. Pentacles. Where are the swords? Where are the swords, Libra? Aren't you an air sign? Isn't that your bag? Not any swords. And then the Fool. Why? It's like you're doing everything you can not to think about it. Is that it? For a fire sign? Ooh, a hot fire sign. You're into this. You're into this fire sign. Could be, can be a Taurus card, but I feel like this is an Aries. I'm an Aries. Yeah, huh? So let's look at this. Where was the Empress? Where is she hiding? Why is she hiding? What happened? I can't find her. No. She's gone. Oh, she's gone. That's strange. Maybe she was in here. Maybe she was closer to the Fool. Is that the problem? Is that why you're trying not to think about it? No, I can't find her. She's gone. Is that it? Is it really flighty, flirtatious energy? She's there. She's gone. You can't have this new beginning as the Fool. But there's secrets here. You're kind of hiding something. You're feeling kind of bound. But you can't move away from it. You're very bound. And you're not able to manifest. You can't be the Libra that you are. These are your swords. Look at your swords. This just is on top of the Fool right now. I just kind of organized it that way, but why not? These are the swords that are presenting themselves. Underhandedness, kind of like sneak and like, you're like, don't look. I can't look. I can't look. I can't look. Do you have horse blinders on? That's kind of where I feel like that was going, but I don't feel like that's what the cards are necessarily saying. I think you're trying not to think about it because you know if you do, it'll take action against it. Because they're very drawn. The Pentacles are very drawn to Queen of Rods. But there's a lot under that, and there's a lot before that. I feel like this is pouring onto this, but this is kind of what surrounds it. So is the new beginning with the Fool. Libra. Are you the Fool? You are not presenting as yourself. Because when you're yourself, you're over. You'll want to do the right thing. I think you'll want to come clean. You want to communicate. And that's not a move that puts you in the right place. That makes you vulnerable. That's why you're presenting as a King of Pentacles. Capricorn. You're Capricorn. You're presenting as a Capricorn. So things aren't successful because you're not yourself. Because you don't want to admit to something. You don't want to come clean. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad, but there is like... Your mental energy is negative. We'll say that. Let's go with that. Your mental energy... I said my prayer in my head, sorry. I feel like... Why are these here? Look how many cards. I was just organizing the deck. And I was like, hey, where are your swords? Like, no court cards. Like, look. I'm not looking. Don't have... This guy might not have eyeballs. Who knows? Like... Where are your... There's this guy. This guy. know a guy. And, like, this guy. But, like, this guy's looking up at this guy. Like, yeah, like, the babe's down here. Like, let's get the babe. We need the babe. We need the babe. And then it's like, but in order to get the babe, I need to be myself. And I need to be vulnerable and admit things. And that'll be horrible. Or I need to, like, just be vulnerable and open and, like, reach out. And I don't know. I just don't feel like you're yourself. Why aren't there swords? Let's pull other cards for swords. Let's do that. The High Priestess again. I feel like she's underneath. Yeah, she's right there. Underneath the Fool. So, secrecy. Something mysterious. Something is hidden. Like, you have to... I'm not sure. Creative awe. Can I have some clarification, please? For why there are no swords in this reading? What is going on for Libra for the month? For the rest of January until the beginning of February. Please. Be as clear as possible. Emperor. Why Emperor? Ten of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Chariot, Six of Pentacles, Chariot twice, Nine of Pentacles. There's too much at stake. You have to be vulnerable at the same level that the thing is at stake to get what you want. And that's what you know, and that's what you've learned. You have to come completely honest with the other individual or yourself, right? And with what you want. So you have to be as vulnerable as you want the thing, right? So if you want the perfect relationship, I'm not saying you have to be perfect, like you have to do everything for the person, but you have to kind of, in essence, create the relationship, the work environment, the career, whatever it is you need to be as vulnerable as you want the level to be, as your experience. And that's really, 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 really hard. Libra. I don't know a lot of Libras. I learned of one recently. One of my cousins is a Libra. I'm not going to pull ruins. But I will pull from another deck. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I definitely think it's worth the risk. Is it? We'll ask the other deck. Is it worth the risk? I think it is. I think Saturn in Capricorn, like if you do the work, you will get the payoff. Go big or go home, baby. That's clear-ish. 9, good number. Support, bearing the weight of others. 'Tis not enough to help the feeble up, but to support them after. This card represents the offering of strength and assistance in bearing a burden on behalf of others. Providing support can take many forms: moral, emotional, physical, and financial. We can offer our shoulders to bear the weight or lend an ear to share grief. Here, adjuster offers his shoulders on which the girl can perform. He raises her up, allowing her to be the focus of the audience's attention. His subdued posture deliberately taking second place. His identity hidden, he provides an anonymous contribution. In the background are 3 tarot strength cards, which serve as props and reaffirm the card's message. While the effort and gestures is a noble one, there are times where we come out of the shadows and take credit for our contributions. You do not always have to settle for being second fiddle. Be careful not to allow others to take advantage of your generosity. So maybe you're already being vulnerable. And it's maybe being very difficult on you, but I feel like it does have a big payout. Like this person is like offering his shoulders and sacrificing himself and to make her the star, and that's the sacrifice, or the love, or the support, or it mentioned a few different avenues that support can be given, but there's sacrifice. There's the Queen of Pentacles here now. Did you sacrifice somebody else? That's possible. A different avenue. You're just not yourself. Maybe you feel like you have to be a King of Pentacles to attract an Empress. Not wrong. Not necessarily wrong. I believe Taurus is associated with the Empress card. Oof. I wonder what Roy is. Let's look what Roy is. If Roy is a Libra, I'd be so impressed. Taurus. Ah! Interesting. That's really cool. I had no idea. His birthday is April 23rd, 1936. He died December 6th, 1988. That's really interesting. Well, you're presenting as a Taurus. I wasn't planning on changing my shirt if I did another reading, but now I feel like I have to. So I'll leave it there. If you would like to book a reading with me, should be information below. I plan on doing monthly readings as well, and I'd like to make those longer. I was trying to upload. I had an awesome Aquarius video. It's actually like a half an hour video. It was amazing. And I can't upload it for some reason. It won't let me. It's really frustrating. But I'm going to continue on and try to figure out a way to let me upload it on YouTube and edit it or something. I'm sorry if I'm being annoying. by changing the format a little bit in the videos. This is all kind of new to me. I'm kind of working out my style and what I like. Yeah, so bear with me. Please like, share, or subscribe to my channel or any of the videos. And Godspeed, guys. Take care. See you in February.